Hey, I'm Michelle from Michelle Loves Books. Welcome back to my channel. If you could probably tell from my eyes, I am exhausted and I almost did not do this tag. But I really wanted to. So, we are pushing through. Oh, where's my coffee? Aaron's gonna be my little helper today again. He's picking out all the books that we're gonna use for this tag. So that way, they're not influenced by me. And it's kind of my way around coming up with coordinates. I'm trying to wake up. I was just at the store for and then I made lunch. I'm so tired, but I want to get some serious reading in today. It's Dewey's 24 hour, and I'm trying to read something because we can readathon. So far, I'm not doing so good. So after this, I am putting on my PJs and focusing on reading. So let's go ahead and get into it. Aaron, book me. First book. I have no idea what the questions are, by the way. You're about to embark on your first ever solo trip. You've booked a tour and couldn't be more excited. Find a book using your coordinates, and where the book is set is your travel destination. Uh-oh, where's this book take place? Is it Camp Half-Blood? But I thought they leave Camp Half-Blood.
Michael!
He's read the whole series.
Almost the whole series. Well, almost the whole second series as well.
Yeah, don't hit that. Sorry, just a real quick question. Titans, yeah, where does it take place at? Around the world?
Oh, I can't remember. New York?
New York?
I think so.
Let's just pick.
Michael says maybe New York. Book me for number 2. Oh, Star Wars. The tour company sent you a list of what to pack with your itinerary. Using your coordinates, find a book, and the first item you see is the first thing on the list. A blanket. That's a good one. Especially this time of year, New York is probably getting cold. Book me. Your parents drop you off at the airport. You can tell they are a little bit nervous about letting you go, and then your mom starts to cry. Using your coordinates, flip the page to the page number, and the first line of dialogue you see is what you say to reassure your parents that you're going to be okay. Scythe Vallata is always cranky after a gleaning. Do you know what a gleaning is?
No.
A killing. I really don't think that's gonna help my mom stop crying. All right, book me. Jurassic World. This is gonna be awesome. You managed to calm your mom down.
Wow, that's impossible.
And your parents have left you to begin your grand adventure. You pass through security, but the bag is flagged by the guard. Find a book using your coordinates, and the first item you see is what the guards are confiscating.
Oh God.
A dinosaur? No.
I feel like it's going to be a mosasaurus.
Oh, this has pictures.
Can't do the picture. Okay, which one? Which picture though? Which one did you see first?
I think this one. I had this in my bag.
A mosasaurus.
A mosasaurus.
It's kind of crazy.
It would probably make more sense to have a pterodactyl in my bag.
It's smaller.
Okay, we're gonna go with a pterodactyl.
No. This is the first one.
A mosasaurus. Either way, it was a dinosaur, so that was awesome. All right, book me. You can't touch that. Look how jiggly it is now. This is gonna be a fun one. Ticket in hand, you finally made it onto the plane, and bargain, you have a window seat. The flight attendant comes around to offer you dinner. Using your coordinates, flip the page number, and the first item of food you see is what you are having. If there isn't food on the page, the first item you see is what you're given instead. Oh God. Children and macaroni. Oh, you know who macaroni is? Macaroni is technically a dog.
Oh, so we're giving
It's a bulldog. It's this guy. This is technically macaroni. All right, book me. Don't I know you? Surprisingly, you actually managed to fall asleep on the plane, and when you wake up, it's to find that you have arrived. You gather your bags and head out the front to meet your tour guide. Find a book using your coordinates, and the first person you see is who is picking you up. This is actually kind of perfect. So this book is technically about a person who meets all of these famous people. So let's cross our fingers for one of those famous people. I've actually never read this book though. Well, this is not very good. The title is Jimmy and Agnes. I don't know those people. It has to be random. Oh my goodness. Of course you'd pick this one. That's gonna be funny. You're on the bus now and you can't wait to start sightseeing. Using your coordinates, the first place you see is the first stop on the tour. Dog food machine.
Dog food. Wait.
How interesting.
What are we gonna see there?
Ooh, Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes. Donald needs to finish reading this book.
I think
He's probably afraid to touch it. Ah! I knew it. Well, technically he bought me this book. But look what he did. He dog-eared my page.
No.
I mean, I think it's okay, but still, I generally don't dog-ear. All right, so Ballad of Songbird and Snakes. What number I'm on? 8. It's been a few days. You've never taken in so many breathtaking sights before.
Dog food.
It's late and you finally arrived at your hotel for the evening, only for your tour guide to tell you that there has been a mix-up, and instead of your room being a twin, there is only one bed, and you will have to share. Find a book using your oh god, I have to share a bed with somebody in this fucking book?
Oh God.
Find a book using your coordinates, and the first person you see is who you are sharing with. Do you know Cornelius Snow is on every single page of this book?
Oh God.
Pretty much. I have to share with him.
I think you're fine. I saw my
Sejanus. Okay, we gotta get the door. Ugh, that was really surprising. Okay, so, oh my freaking god. The person that I have to share is Sejanus. It was either, literally it says, oh good, yes, well, so Sejanus. Coriolanus reminded him. So technically the first name I saw was Sejanus, even though it was right next to Coriolanus, but I'll pick Sejanus over Coriolanus. He's actually pretty nice. That's a little bit of a relief. Oh my god, it could have been so much worse. As you can tell by how I'm getting through this video, exhausted, constant interruptions, timers going off, food. Oh my god, this has been my life all week. Next one, book me. Steel Tide. Question number 9. The both of you are lying in bed together. Oh. The both of you are, I do not want to imagine this. The both of you are lying in bed together and it's pretty awkward. Yeah, it is. You know you should say something to ease the tension,
Oh God.
but you aren't sure what. Using your coordinates, flip to the page number, and the first piece of dialogue you see is your opening line.
Oh God.
You know what? I could get lucky because this girl likes to pick a lot of fights. She's very aggressive. This was the end of the world. I would not be spending it laying in bed next to Sejanus. Here's the dialogue. What's the point of leaving here when the rest of the world is dead? It's not that dead yet, okay? Book me.
That's fun.
This is a horrible vacation so far. Oh, it's another book I have not read yet. Which one are we on? Number 10. Your bedmate found you to be hilarious. And the two of you stayed up late talking. You stayed up so late that you overslept, and by the time you wake up, the tour bus has already left. The two of you decide, even without the rest of the group, you don't want to miss a whole day's worth of sightseeing. So you decide to head out together, find a book using the coordinates, and the first place you see is where you're heading. To grab a turkey sandwich. That's not a place though. Eat lunch together. Turkey sandwich. We're gonna go with it. He's nice and all, but like really, I would not be spending my vacation.
Cookie.
Next book. You head to the city's biggest attraction, hoping that... Thank you, Erin. See, I needed your help. I'm too tired to do this all alone. Don't touch that. I'm not experiencing high winds. That is a 9-year-old who can't stop touching the ring light.
Oh, this book's heavy.
You have the city's biggest attraction, hoping that maybe the tour group is there, only to find it strangely deserted. You're laughing before we even have an answer, silly goose. Only to find it strangely deserted. You notice some weird carvings on the ground and reach out to touch them. This turns out to be a mistake, as you soon realize you have just awoken an angry god. Using your coordinates, flip the page to the number, and the first person you see is who you have awoken. I've not read this book yet. Nick. I don't know who Nick is. Ooh, Kingdom Keepers. The god rounds on your newfound friend, and you have an overwhelming urge to protect them. Despite having no fighting skills whatsoever, you need to find a weapon and fast. Find a book using your coordinates, and the first item you see is what you are defending yourself with.
Okay. It's cool.
Ooh, colorful balloons.
You float away.
A big bunch of colorful balloons. Book me. Ooh, I just read this one this month. Against all odds, you succeed in killing the god, and your new friend is overwhelmed with gratitude and pledges their love for you. Unfortunately, the locals are less than impressed that you've just killed one of their oldest deities.
How do we kill with balloons?
And you are promptly arrested.
How?
The authorities, I don't know, maybe they were running to catch us and they fell off a cliff? Unfortunately, you're promptly arrested. The authorities tell you that you can have one phone call to get help. Using your coordinates, flip the page, and the first person you see is who you're gonna call.
Ghostbusters.
Aunt Jet.
Should we call him a witch? Oh, she can summon
She's
us.
actually, she would help.
She can summon us to her.
She's not that kind of witch. She's subtle. She's subtle powers. Book me.
This is that one.
Your friend is impressed that you are still alive after an encounter like that, and it and agrees to get you out of jail. They neglect to mention, however, how they are planning on doing it. Your partner starts to worry, and you decide to very quickly calm down by telling them a joke. Find a book, and the first dialogue you see is the joke that you're going to tell. Get your hands off me. The Accords forbid touching a Nephilim unprovoked. Okay, 4 more to go. Book me.
Yeah, another book means another book to find.
Keeps picking these big fat ones. Don't break my book. Can you go? Oh my god, my arm's gonna die. I should have some like muscular arms after this. Your friend was true to their word, and soon enough you're out of jail.
No.
But they weren't exactly legal about it, and now you're on the run. Both of you and your partner now need a new identity. Use your coordinates, flip the page of the number, and the first 2 names that you see are your new identities. Oh no, I haven't read this book.
I feel like we're new.
Aragon and Islanzadi.
I think you're Islanzadi.
I'm Islanzadi, and then Sejanus is going to be Aragon. Okay. I at least know who Aragon is.
The book actor.
Okay. Upside down again.
Again.
A Game of Thrones book. All right. Since you are now a wanted criminal, you don't want to put your family in danger and accept that you can probably never go home again. Find a book using your coordinates, and the setting of the book will be your new place of residence. This takes place in Winterfell. I don't want to go to Winterfell. Can I at least go to the more southern places where it's warmer? At least they have really cool fur coats, at least in the show. Oh, Shadowhunter Codex. That's what he brought me. This will be really interesting. Okay. After an eventful first trip that you will never forget, you and your partner have finally settled down and are beginning to make a new life together. We have to make a life together now? Your partner tells you that they've got a surprise and tells you to close your eyes. When you open them, you see that they have given you a souvenir of your travels. Using your coordinates, flip to the page number. First item you see is what you were given.
Oh, God.
Oh, this will be interesting.
The item is in every book. What? What? Is it a dead body?
No!
What?
It's even worse than I expected.
What?
Parabatai. You're gonna give me a Parabatai rune. Oh.
Wait, a what?
A Parabatai rune. It means that you guys are like bonded for life.
Oh, God.
And you mark your body with their thing, and then you can feel their pain. I mean, to be fair, Sejanus isn't the worst character in the book, but I just did.
That means if one dies, the other one dies too?
Let's look at it this way. We sort of got to know Sejanus in the book, but like not really that deeply. So like maybe he would grow up to be really cool. Last one, book me. Okay, we got lots of different options in this book. It's a few months later and things have finally settled down to the point where you think it is safe and leave an anonymous review of the tour you took on the tour company's website. Mainly to warn people of what could occur if you miss the bus. Find a book using your coordinates, and the first line of dialogue you see is your review. Oh, this is gonna be funny.
I don't know what our review is going to be.
Oh, this is pretty rough. I don't think anyone would try this.
What?
She has lost a great deal. She lost her child.
Child.
Yeah, that's a bad review.
Hey, if you miss the bus, you're gonna lose your child.
All right, let's wrap up my vacation. So I'm going to go to New York on my first ever solo trip. So far, so good. I like that place. The tour company sent you a list of what to pack. The first thing on the list is a blanket. Makes sense. Getting cold up there. So far, so good. Your parents drop you off at the airport.
Your parents?
Apparently, my parents don't. Parents drop you off at the airport, and you can tell that they're a little bit nervous about letting you go. Your mom starts to cry. So, in order to try to calm her down, you tell her, "It's okay, Mom. She's always cranky after a gleaning." You manage to calm her down despite all of that. I cannot stop laughing. So your parents have left you to begin your grand adventure. You pass through security, but your bag gets flagged by a guard. They found the mosasaurus that you put in your bag.
I think it's...
He's like, "It's okay, go ahead, get on through. Don't need assault." Don't do that. If you accidentally do that, you're gonna drop my ring light and my tablet is gonna be broken like yours. And I will die. You got your ticket in hand and you finally made it onto the plane. Hey, what do you know? You got a window seat. The flight attendant comes around to offer you dinner. What you end up getting for dinner is a child and macaroni.
We get a child and a dog.
Okay.
We get
Macaroni and children.
What the frick?
Surprisingly, you actually managed to fall asleep on the plane, but when you wake up, you find that you have arrived. You gather your bags and head out to the front to meet your tour guide. James and Agnes pick you up. No clue who these people are, but let's do this. You're on the bus now and you can't wait to start sightseeing. First stop is a dog food machine. Woo! It's been a few days and you've never taken in so many breathtaking sights before. It's late and you finally arrived at your hotel for the evening. Only your tour guide tells you that there has been a huge mix-up and instead of your room being a twin, there's only one bed and you have to share. So you have to share with Sejane. The both of you are lying in bed together and it's pretty awkward. You know you should say something to ease the tension, but you aren't really sure what. So what you end up saying is, "What's the point of leaving here when the rest of the world is dead?"
Michael, stop.
Your bedmate found you to be hilarious, and then two of you stayed up late talking. You stayed up so late that you overslept, and by the time you wake up, the tour bus has already left. The two of you decide, even without the rest of the group, you don't want to miss a whole day's worth of sightseeing, so you decide to head out together. So you go to lunch together and get turkey sandwiches. Sounds good. You head to the city's biggest attraction, hoping that maybe the tour group, only to find it strangely deserted. You notice some weird carvings on the ground and reach out to touch them. Turns out that this is such a big mistake, and you soon realize that you have just awakened an angry god. Nick, whoever that is. The god rounds on your newfound friend, and you have an overwhelming urge to protect them. Despite having no fighting skills whatsoever, you need to find a weapon and fast. The weapon we find is a bunch of balloons. Against all odds, you succeed in killing the god, and your new friend is overcome with gratitude and pledges their love for you. Unfortunately, the locals are less than impressed that you have just killed one of their oldest deities, and you are promptly arrested. The authorities tell you that you can have one phone call, so you end up calling Aunt Jet. She's a witch. Your friend is impressed that you are still alive after an encounter like that and agrees to get you out of jail. But they neglect to mention, however, how they are planning to do it. Your partner starts to worry and you decide to very quickly calm them down by telling them a joke. "Get your hands off me." Your friend was true to their word, and soon enough, they're out of jail. You're out of jail. But they weren't exactly legal about it, and now you're on the run. Both you and your partner now need a new identity. So you're going to go with Aragon and Islanji. I don't know, text prediction messed it up. Since you are now a wanted criminal, you don't want to put your family in danger and accept that you can probably never go home again. So you escape to Winterfell. After an eventful first trip that you will never forget, you and your partner finally settle down and are beginning to make a new life together. Your partner tells you that they've got a surprise and tells you to close your eyes. When you open them, you see that they have given you a souvenir of your travels, a Parabatai rune. It's a few months later and things have finally settled down to the point where you think that it's safe to leave an anonymous review of the tour that you took on the company's website. mostly just to warn people what could occur if you missed the bus. Here's what your review says. She has lost a lot. She has lost her child. Don't do it. That wraps up this video. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.